How's it going, Shuffle Squad YouTube channel? My name is PrimeTimeWizard TV, and today we're going to take a look at the champion of the late night, number 72, Isaiah Bradner's. And we're going to take a look at his deck, check out his deck list, check out his matches, and try out his deck online to see if we can recreate the magic. But yeah, Isaiah Bradner did win late night number 72. This is the first late night for the North America time zone anyway, for the latest season. Again, in the latest late night season, players are competing to get the invitation to the late night invitational to win a trip to Japan, as well as a paid hotel. So big stakes for the tournament for sure. And but yeah, again, Isaiah Bradner able to win the entire thing, 270 people, with Lugia VSTAR. Lugia VSTAR, probably everyone knows this deck by now, undisputed best deck in format. And honestly, I think that, you know, if all the good players are playing Lugia VSTAR, just because, you know, if you're a good player and you play it optimally, in bigger events, you will get results. And Isaiah Bradner, definitely a great player. Something of note, like, just this season alone, he has multiple day twos, multiple top 16 in a couple of regionals, hot off the Florida Regional Championship, getting second place. And Isaiah also known for getting second place at NAIC back in 2022. So again, great player. Plus, best deck in format equals results. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out their matches here. So there was a 9-round phase 1 Swiss, 5 rounds of phase 2, and then top 8. So it was a very long day of Pokemon here for Isaiah. It started out with winning against Reggie's. That's interesting. I think as long as you're playing the Dunsparce and Manaphy, Reggie's is definitely doable. They did win against Alolan Vulpix, which is interesting because, spoiler warning, Sir Rumor in the finals also plays the Alolan Vulpix VSTAR. So yeah, very interesting deck. Played a couple of Lugias, 3 Lugias in Swiss, only losing to 1. Losing to Vina right there. So only losing 1 time in phase round Swiss. Not too bad against the Lugias. Played a couple of 3 Lost Box. So 3 Lugias, 3 Lost Box. Did win all of their Lost Box matchups. I think something interesting when we get to the deck list, it could explain that. Isaiah is playing an energy split that does facilitate having a better Lost Box matchup for sure. And I think, yeah, we'll talk about it when we go through the deck. And yeah, just winning 3 against 3 Lost Boss. They won against Vaughn here, playing a Yveltal Control. Something I do like in Vaughn's list as well is they're playing 2 Luminion. This is where, so that you can continuously just Aqua Return and not have to worry about retreating. So great. And yeah, it looks like they did get the win there. And again, the only loss is to the Lugia Archeops. Like, again, it's the mirror. Maybe you flip tails, you go second, your opponent gets set up first, right? For phase 2 Swiss, off this, again, very good record phase 1. So all they need here is like 3 wins, which they did get. Win against 2 Mews, not too bad there. They did lose against Dalton Cross, who they did end up facing in top 4 in Top Cut. So he did get a little bit of revenge. That was a very interesting game, by the way. We got to watch that on stream, so I definitely recommend checking it out. And I remember in the stream, I did prematurely announced a winner. They're going to have to check it out for sure. All right, so they did lose against Dalton Cross. They tied against Scrubbed Out playing Vikavolt. Vikavolt, that should be a very interesting matchup as well. Lugia can struggle against Vikavolt, especially if they get the turn 1 item lock very early, not to mention it is weakness. But, you know, 210 HP is very easy to hit as long as you get a couple of Archeops in the discard pile early. It should be okay. They did get a win against Goodra Lost Zone. Again, Goodra has been seeing a resurgence of play, right? So, wish I got to see this game. I think Isaiah did stream his games over at twitch.tv, so maybe I might have to check out the VOD to do review all of these games for sure. And then, again, Top Cut. They dubbed 2 Lugia mirrors, and on the final, which we do have on stream, it was against Sir Rumor playing, this is Arceus Flying Pikachu with Alolan Vulpix VSTAR. So this game was actually very tight. Went to a game 3. Flying Pikachu definitely puts in some work, and Alolan Vulpix is something you have to respect as well, because in the Lugia deck, the only thing that can hit Alolan Vulpix would be the Stoutland V, oddly enough. So Stoutland V and the amazing Amazing Rare Evil Tile, but again, with Parasols, you can bypass that. And yeah, we did get to see that in the stream for sure. But yeah, those were his matchups. Pretty straightforward. Again, when you play Lugia optimally, like we did see Isaiah played it absolutely beautifully, you will get results. And let's go over the deck list real quick. All right, so this is Isaiah Bradner's late night winning Lugia VSTAR deck. I'm sure everyone here is very, very much familiar with the Lugia VSTAR deck at this point. Undisputed best deck in format after all. But Isaiah Bradner has a couple of key differences in his list. You know, it's one or two changes in the Lugia list that can definitely help out in different matchups for sure. We'll go through it as we go through the card by card. But of course, let's start with the Pokemon. Let's start with the Dunsparce. Again, Dunsparce, Mysteriousness protects you against lightning Pokemon. Protects you against your lightning Pokemon and fighting if Stoutland V, just in case, right? Protects your colorless Pokemon there. And the titular Lugia V and VSTAR. Something of note, I did mention earlier, the only way Isaiah had a way to attack a Vulpix VSTAR is with Lugia, with Stoutland. But something of note, they could actually attack with Arrow Dive. 130 damage, plus all the powerful energy and the Choice Belt will take a knockout on Vulpix VSTAR. So he still did have something like this in his back pocket. And Read the Wind, just a great attack when your back's against the wall. Discard a card from your hand, preferably an Archeops, and draw 3 cards. Then the titular card himself, Lugia VSTAR, Tempest Dive, 220 damage, great attack, discard the Stadium as well. And then the VSTAR powers Summoning Star. Get yourself 2 colorless Pokemon from your discard pile, put them on your bench. You're getting Archeopses. If you don't use Summoning Star, you're probably not winning the game. You're also supported here by the PrimeTimeWizard Oranguru. Great card here. We saw Isaiah use this to full effect, really shuffle in the supporters. There's 2 ways to use it, right? Sometimes you can shuffle in a special energy, then do a deck search to shuffle your deck to ensure you don't draw into the special energy. Or you could stack a supporter on top, just Marnie proofing. Maybe not a supporter, maybe a couple of cards that you think you need in the next turn to really get you ahead of the game. So Oranguru, great card in this deck for sure. And then the Stoutland V, great attack in the Double Dip Fangs, 40 damage. But if you knock out a basic Pokemon, you take 1 more prize card. Great way to put in pressure against Lost Box. All you need is 2 powerful energy. You're taking a knockout on Comphase, on Sableye. Put 4 special energies. You're taking, or 4 powerful energies. You're taking a knockout on Cramorant. And again, just put on the pressure against Lost Box. Very popular deck at the moment. The main man himself, Archeops, with the Primal Turbo. Again, Primal Turbo allows you to find 2 special energies, attach them to your Pokemon. If you don't get this out, you're probably not winning the game. And because of the Archeops, you can facilitate all these different attackers, just like Amazing Rare Evil Tile. Typically, when you see this energy cost, it seems a little bit too steep. Even if the attack is great, you just knock out a Pokemon. You could be a VMAX, you could be a VSTAR, 280, 310, 320 HP. No, does not matter. As long as I get to Amazing Destruction, I'm taking those prizes. But again, it very hefty energy cost, but something Archeops can do. And then something of note, if you're not going with the Amazing Rare Evil Tile route, you can go with the Amazing Raikou. Again, very odd energy cost, but Amazing Shot is a great attack. 120 damage and 120 damage to the bench. Again, I talked about how big Lost Box is at the moment. Sometimes you just need a little bit more help. Sometimes Stoutland can't do it all on his own. If you get an Amazing Shot in and a Stoutland, you're probably winning that game. But yeah, 120 damage type. Also, it is a lightning Pokemon. You could even hit Lugia for weakness with a Choice Belt. Something of note for sure. And something nice in Isaiah's list is his energy split to facilitate those 2 Pokemon. Typically, people are playing 5 different colors, right? It's going to be 4 Aurora, 1 Heat Fire. Isaiah did sneak in a Speed Lightning Energy, great energy card, attach this to a Lightning Pokemon, draw 2. That's good and all, but again, it's 1 more color. That means you're playing 6 different colors. So typically you have to choose between using Amazing Raikou or Amazing Evil Tile, but Isaiah has the option to do both if he wanted to do so. Although that means you're not using the Radiant Charizard, because Radiant Charizard also requires the 1 fire energy. But again, Radiant Charizard here, great attacker. We talked about how hefty a lot of the Pokemon's energy costs are. So it's great to have this 1 energy, essentially 1, potentially 1 or 2 late game attacker in Combustion Blast for 250 damage because of the Excited Heart ability that this Pokemon's attack costs 1 color less for each prize card your opponent has taken. Typically you want to use this very, very late into the game for sure. Also, just great one prize attacker. I like how the Lugia can essentially swing into, or just turn into a one prize attacker after they've already used the VSTAR power. Also playing one Pumpkaboo, just get rid of stadiums. Again, you need to use your ability. That means you have to get rid of Path. This could also get rid of Temple of Sinnoh, which is a huge pain in the Lugia deck for sure. And another quick change here that Isaiah plays is Tula Minion. Great attacker, great ability here in Luminous Sign, just able to find yourself a supporter. Great consistency card and has an attack Aqua Return. This comes into play more often than you think. Again, the minion, typically you play it, it's a liability on board. If you find a chance to be able to attack with Aqua Return, not only are you taking a knockout, not only are you saving energies, you're also getting rid of a liability on the board. So yeah, Aqua Return 120, shuffle back into deck, including the energies. So great attacker, and something to note, he's playing two of them. This is to, again, increases the consistency of the deck. Maybe you need one early to set up, need one late in the game for the boss's orders. But also, when you're up against something like Control, possibly, you don't want your special energies on the board. You want to attack with Luminion, put it back in the deck. You want to have two in play so you can continuously loop that attack and always have your energies protected. So great change here by Isaiah. We're also playing one mana fee to protect the bench. For the items, it's literally all consistency items, right? They're 4 Evolution Incense, 4 Quick Ball, 4 Ultra Ball. Always to get Archeops or Lugias Archeops or Lugias in the bin or in the field. And then the only other items are going to be 2 Lost Vacuum to get rid of, again, the Path of the Peaks, the Temple of Sinnohs, or even the Big Parasol. Most of the definitely this is your counter to the counter Lugia cards for sure. And we're also playing 2 Choice Belt to up the damage. Again, you need this for your Lugias, for example, to hit the V maxes and boost up damage whenever you need to. Maybe hit a knockout of V-Star with the Radiant Charizard, right? Always good to have. And then for the supporters, pretty straightforward, just almost 3 of each, right? 3 gusting options, 3 Marnie, 3 disruption draw supporters, and 3 discard supporter, right? 3 research. So 2 boss's orders, 1 Serena. Serena, again, has the option to gust or discard. 3 research, great way to refresh the hand, and Marnie, refresh the hand and save your energies. All right, and speaking of it, the energies, Isaiah's playing 16 of them, 2 double turbo. Great way to facilitate the Amazing Rare Evil Tall. Honestly, you almost everyone uses the double turbo except Amazing Rare Raikou. I like this addition, 1 V-Guard energy. We've seen this on the stream where he plays the V-Guard energy. That means that it's a lot harder to knock out the Lugia V-Star, right? It effectively makes Lugia V-Star a Lugia V Max, 310 HP, forcing your opposing Lugia V-Star to have the Choice Belt, because without a Choice Belt, you're not knocking out this Lugia V-Star. We're also playing 4 Aurora Energy to facilitate all the different attackers. 3 Capture Energy. A lot of people do play 4. Just a great consistency energy for sure. But some sacrifices do have to be made for the V-Guard Energy or the extra Speed Lightning. And I guess 1 Capture looks like didn't matter too much. He did win the entire thing. But yes, 3 Capture Energy right there. 1 Heat Fire to, again, one of the different colors along with the Speed Lightning. And then the 4 Powerful Energy to buff up all of our colorless Pokemon. You can even attack with the Dunsparce if you choose to do so. But yeah, that's the deck. Let's go ahead and see if we can recreate Isaiah's magic there. All right, we do have a game here. Let's see if we can recreate Isaiah's magic with this Lugia deck here. Hopefully we get to go first. Again, ideally we do like to go first just so that we are, the first one with the Lugia on the board. But unfortunately, going second. Let's see if we can set up in any case. Alrighty. Wouldn't mind that hand. There was an Archeops and a Quick Ball. Getting the early discards is always good with the deck. Unfortunately, looks like we're going to start with the Oranguru instead. Hand is not looking too great. I think my opponent is playing either Gudra or a Lost Box. Definitely Lost Box something. Could be Gudra, could be like the Kyogre with Zamazenta. A lot of options, just because you never know what you're going to get when you're up against Lost Box. Opening with a Cramorant doesn't give me too much information. What will give me information here is the Quick Ball find themselves a Gudra just to set up a little bit earlier. But either way, Stoutland is going to be big in this matchup. We do see a Battle VIP pass. Let's see what they decide to set up here. There's a Greninja and a Comfey. Okay, second battle VIP pass. Not a bad hand for sure. But yeah, if I don't see a Gudra off this battle VIP pass, I'm going to assume that it's just straight Lost Box. And since I did see the Metal Energy, that means Zamazenta from the Crown Zenith, the basic one, is going to be one of the cards in the deck. There's the Manaphy. I like that they found the Manaphy right off the bat, identifying that Raikou is one of my main attackers as well. So that means here, the most ideal target for me would be to knock out the Manaphy using a Stoutland. But let's see what we have to do. They are going to discard the Metal Energy. The scary thing, again, about the Zamazenta is if you attack with a Stoutland, they can return KO, which is great. They return KO with a single prize attacker as well. And I'm going to go ahead and use Flower Selecting here for the first time. There's the Zamazenta that I was talking about earlier. Just getting it set up there. Hand is atrocious. Not going to lie, chat. This isn't the best hand. We're going to go ahead and use Primate Wisdom, shuffle in the Speed Energy. Get the Archeops. Not too bad. We get to do a quick deck search here. Let's get ourselves the Lugia. I could get Lumi. Try and Marnie. Not opposed to that. I could Ultra Ball for the Lumi, to be honest. Since I'm not going to need a V-Guard or the Heat Fire. But to be honest here, worst case scenario. What's the worst case scenario? They attack with the Cramorant into the Lugia. I think that's fine. I'll attach here. I fully expect them to attack into the Lugia with like an escape rope with a Cramorant, right? So I'm going to drop this and I'm just going to pass. So this next hand, fingers crossed, we draw into like an Archeops or something. That would be the most ideal draw. They're going to use the Colress Experiment here. Great card for them. Look at the top 5 cards of the deck. Great way to draw 3 cards and also power up the Lost Zone for sure. All right, and then let's see here. We do see the Radiant Greninja. Draw them a couple more cards. Cramorant should be activated. Yeah, after the Flower Selecting, Cramorant should be activated. So they can't hit for 110. They won't be taking a knockout here. Oranguru does have 120, or Lugia does have a sizable amount of HP. But getting a hit on Lugia would be big. Just because now that I think about it, maybe I should have found the Luminion. Maybe I should have just discarded the V-Guard Energy and the Heat Fire. This way, if they do decide to escape rope, I can just attack with a Luminion. You know, we shuffle it back into the deck, shuffle all the damage back in. Maybe that was the play for sure. Me, again, here playing really conservatively with my energies. That's what came in my mind. Like, what I was going to do was just... Looks like with my mind, what I was going to do was use the Oranguru's ability, shuffle in like the Aurora Energy into the deck, and discard the Heat Fire and whatever I draw. That way it does conserve the Aurora Energy, and yeah, it does conserve their... Oh, it looks like they're going to miss the attack though. Oh, powerful. Painful energy there. All right, so in that case, I think I do prioritize a powerful energy. So I will shuffle back in. You get another Lugia. That one I don't mind discarding as much. Discard the Lugia and the Heat Fire. Grab ourselves the Luminion. We'll hit them with a Marnie. They do have a big hand. Something we could attack with Oranguru. I'm not opposed to doing that. I will do it if we have to. I'd rather attack with a Guru than retreat it. Go for the Marnie here. Yeah, there's some world there where I should have just used research, especially since we didn't get to set up. But yeah, this is an okay spot. Whew. So here I can attack with a Stoutland, right? I could attack with a Stoutland. It's going to cost a lot though. Excuse me. If I stack with a Stoutland, we take 2 prizes. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're really close to powering this up. but I don't know when I can weave it in. So we'll go ahead and, we'll go ahead and use this Ultra Ball here. Let's see, where's the Stoutland? There's too powerful. So that's just enough to power it up there to knock out this Comfey. Yeah, like I'm thinking like where I weave in the Stoutland. And early game is technically the perfect time, especially off of Marnie, like hoping they don't get to retaliate. If we attack with the Guru, we take one prize. They'd have to retaliate to response. I guess we could always weave in the Stoutland for our last two. That's always the option as well. So maybe I will grab it. I could grab second Lumi. Our hand is kind of... Yeah, maybe I do attack with the Guru. If I attack with the Guru, we do have 3 capture. Yeah. You know what? I'll attack with the Guru. It's something we don't see every day. This plays around the Stoutland. And then later on, I can retreat it. We'll go ahead and Primal Turbo. Grab this. Attach it to the Guru. Do one more. Attach this to the Guru. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and whap down something you don't see every day. 70 damage there, take a prize. And the only way they respond to this is with the Zamazenta, right? Cramorant doesn't take a knockout here. They could Radiant Greninja, probably target down my bench. If they could get to 10, they can knock out with the Sableye. But oddly enough, this is actually pretty tough to deal with. And yeah, definitely just playing around the Zamazenta, right? We don't want to give up 2 prizes too early. And what I can do this next turn is potentially just retreat the Guru, attack with a Lugia. That's an option. We do have the DTE in hand, and we're not going to be using Amazing Rare Evoltal. I could also retreat, attack with a Lumi, go into Lugia. That seems good. Get the Lumi out of the way, put it back into the deck. But we'll see. Let's see how they respond to the Guru. Like, I have the strangest feeling they won't be able to knock out this Guru. We're going to see the Scoop Up Net here. Scoop Up Net the Radiant Greninja, oddly enough. Not going for like a Comfey chain. Do they have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They actually need one more. Maybe they didn't have the Comfey. Yeah. There's the Fox Crystal for the Comfey. Escape Rope. Okay. This is where I'm going to bank that they don't have it. Maybe I should have Stoutland then. I'm going to go into Lumi. I'm going to say they don't have it. Looks like they're struggling a little bit. 5 cards in hand. They had to Scoop Up Net a Radiant Greninja. I could go into Lumi and just Aqua Return and go into Guru again. But if they get it here, if they do get the Zamazenta attack, the Retaliate, we are definitely in trouble. Just gave up 2 prizes. We tried to play around the Stoutland with the Stoutland, but if they play Escape Rope, okay. We're gonna get punished here. They go for the Mirage Gate, attaching a Metal Energy, and they only need one more. They can attach a metal from the hand. There's a second Mirage Gate. Okay. So we definitely did get punished there. Should have maybe promoted the Lugia VSTAR instead. I just didn't want it to get hit by a Cramorant. But, all right, they are going to be able to attack with the Retaliate. Such a good card added to the Lost Box arsenal, in my opinion. And so we're not in a bad spot just yet. What we can do here is, so we'll go into Lugia. Technically, they have nothing that can knock out Lugia. Little Primal Turbo here. Grabbing a powerful. We need the powerful. Grab the Aurora Energy. We'll attach. And we're just going to attack here. Go for the Tempest Dive for the knockout there. Go down to 4. My opponent will be down to 4 as well. I'm kind of hoping now that I've dealt with the Zamazenta, Stoutland should be a lot safer. It's just that we don't have enough powerful in the deck. Like, what I could do is go for Lumi, boss up the Mana Fee, attack with the Stoutland, take 2 prizes, try and set up to knock out again with the Raikou. That's definitely a play here. Let's see what they do, though. Hopefully they don't get to Zamazenta again. Something we do also have to play around is the amazing rare Kyogre. Oh, no. The Celebrations Kyogre that does 250 damage to 2 Pokemon on the bench. But as long as we only benched... Well, if we bench a Lumi and the Stoutland, and we have Lugia that is going to get hit by Cramorant, they could win next turn. They could. Scary stuff here. A couple energies in the discard pile. There's a Zamazenta. And yeah, it's going to be a switch card there onto the Cramorant. And this 110 does matter, because if I do go for the Luminion play... Yeah, if I do go for the Luminion play, it does leave me open to lose in that way. Let's see here. I'm going to Guru the powerful energy. Or should we... Oh, we get Mana... Okay, perfect. No, if we go we can't drop the Manaphy. Okay, wait, let's see what's in the deck. I'm pretty sure there's only... Yeah, there's only 3 power. If there was 4, I could have just take a knockout on the Cramorant. Boss's Orders is in the deck. Like, this is a very aggressive, very, very aggressive deck play, right? This is hoping that they can't get down to 15. Yeah, it's 15 cards. There's still 15 cards in the deck. There's no way they... Yeah. Hopefully. We'll go for the Primal Turbo here. Attach the 2 powerful energies. Go Primal Turbo again. Attach 1. We'll treat the Lugia. Go for Luminion. Grab ourselves the Boss's Orders, and we'll boss up the Manaphy. This way, if they knock out the Stoutland, it does open up for... We can win with the Raikou, right? Take 2 prizes here. Aurora's not bad. Would like the second powerful. Research is not bad either. All right. Definitely putting on the pressure there for my opponent. Going down to the last 2 prizes. If, again, they can win this next turn. If they go for this, if they can play the Celebrations Kyogre and just knock out the Luminion and the Lugia in one go, they can win this turn, but this play with the Stoutland definitely puts a lot of pressure. But again, unfortunately, because we don't have the 4th powerful energy, the Cramorant can't tank a hit for them. Unless I top deck into a Gust. But yeah, again, putting a lot of pressure here. Stoutland with the double dip Fangs. And, but yeah, and I feel fairly confident we should be able to get Raikou if the Stoutland gets knocked out. But they're going to go ahead and Ordinary Rod. The best case scenario for them would be to get the... Sorry, to get the... Manaphy and the Zamazenta into play. And then attack with the Zamazenta. That would definitely put me in a bad spot. There's the 2 metal energies. Sorry, the metal and the water. It looks like that's all they put back in. Going for the flower selecting here. Opting not to grab the Manaphy makes me think they might be going for it here. Interesting. Interesting that they opted not to get back the Zam or the Manaphy. Maybe they play a second copy of both. But using the Ordinary Rod a little bit early, in my opinion. But we don't know what's in my opponent's hand, right? Like, if they can get down to 0 cards off 14 cards left in the deck, that would be amazing. They did have the second Zam. All right, that's what I was scared of. So the Ordinary Rod does make sense now, because they can Mirage Gate to the Zamazenta. But they're already down 3. Like they're down 3 Mirage Gate. If they play 1 more, I can knock this out fairly safely. Yeah, I can knock it out fairly safely with the Lugia. And I don't think there's anything that can hit Lugia for big 1-hit knockout damage. Either that too, or if I could top deck into Gust. right? If I top deck into Gust, I can knock out Cram and the Comfey for game. Sorry, I need to top deck into Gust and the Raikou. A little bit too big of a long shot there. Again, Zamazenta, just great card here. 130 HP, but because of the Metal Shield, effectively 160 HP. They're taking here. We put on the pressure that they have to make this play. And if they don't have it, it wins us the game, right? They've committed... Oh, there's the Manaphy. So Raikou doesn't win us the game anymore. But yeah, there you go. Again, Stoutland putting on the pressure, forcing my opponent to play in a certain way for sure. And we were able to take the game there. All right, that is Isaiah Bradner's late night winning Lugia VSTAR deck. Again, best deck in format, one of the best players in the game. That just leads to results. And again, Isaiah was able to show that by winning the late night tournament. Again, fresh off the second place finish off of the Orlando Regional Championships as well. I think, again, just doing absolutely great. Definitely one of the best players in the game. And again, we got to play the Lugia VSTAR a little bit. I like the small changes with the double Dominion, makes me feel a lot safer. Having the option to both Yveltal and Raikou with the 16 energies, again, makes me feel a lot safer as well. And yeah, just definitely works out. I think it's just missing maybe like there's no... A lot of the tech options we see in a lot of Lugia lists where there's no canceling Cologne, potentially no Skyla, but, you know, Isaiah realizing maybe, you know what, there might not be that many Duraludon, and this should work out just fine, and it definitely did. Again, if you enjoy the content here at the Shuffle Squad, definitely check out the late night events. Again, the late night events happen every Tuesday. There is an European and an American time slot. You can join us on stream or join the tournament itself. But yeah, I'll be streaming the North American late night event, so I'll be sure to see you there. And also, as well, if you like the content we do here at the Shuffle Squad, don't forget to check out our sponsors down below. Make sure to use all the promo codes to save money on codes or in real life items for sure. But yeah, again, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified when new videos do come out. My name is PrimeTimeWizard TV. I'll see you all next time.
The Shuffle Squad is proudly sponsored by Atlas Collectibles, the best place to buy any trading card game product online. Visit atlastcg.com and at the checkout screen, make sure to use code TSS12 to save an unbeatable 12% off your entire order. Atlas Collectibles will ship your product anywhere in the world, so make sure you're taking advantage of the 12% savings with TSS12. And if Pokemon is not your thing, don't worry. Go to atlastcg.com and see all the other amazing trading card game products they have there to offer.
The Shuffle Squad is partnered with PTCGO Store to provide our community with the best access to Pokemon TCG codes. They have codes available 24/7, instant email delivery, and you can save 5% off by using code TSS5. If you're a YouTube member or Patreon supporter, you'll have access to a special code that gets you 10% off. So what are you waiting for? Use code TSS5 today and save 5% on your next order of codes on any codes available at ptcgostore.com.
Are you trying to be the best like no one ever was? Now is your time. Head on over to Metafy.gg and search out all our amazing Pokemon TCG coaches where you can book all sorts of training plans ranging from deck help to full season sessions with your favorite coach. What a great way to up your game. Check out Metafy.gg in the description below and take your game to the next level. Challenge yourself against trainers from around the world to compete for the biggest online prizing yet.
Are you ready for an unbelievable tournament unlike anything else you've ever seen before? The Shuffle Squad is proud to announce our newest tournament series, the Late Night Event, with an amazing grand prize that's bound to have you excited.
Players can compete via play.limitless.tcg.com's online tournament platform every Tuesday to get a chance to earn weekly prizes. And every week, your placement in the tournament is tallied by points based on your best finishes to earn your rank for the Late Night Invitational event.
The series will be conducted starting February 7th of 2023 and carry all the way through to the Invitational on July 9th of 2023, where the top players will be rewarded the grand prizing.
And the grand prize is a signed jersey and photo op with the entire Shuffle Squad, as well as a fully paid trip to the Pokemon World Championships in Yokohama, Japan. This includes hotel and airfare, whether you're a player or a spectator.
Don't forget to check out all the live coverage on our YouTube and Twitch channel of the top cuts of these events for every week. And subscribe so you can get notified where to watch the Late Night Events Invitational brought to you by the Shuffle Squad. Now get out there and start winning. We'll see you in Japan.